Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel here. We got a quick game. Actually, probably going to be playing it once or twice or maybe 3 times depending on how it goes. Because this is one of these games you can play in like 15-20 minutes. It doesn't take very long. Cartographers, one of my favorite games of all time. And it's a wonderful game, well designed. It's by Thunderworks Games, which is one of the best companies out there. So what's not to like? You can play along with me. You can go and print out a blank form. And as I progress through the game, you just pause the video, mark down what you would do for your turn, and then compare your score at the end. Compare it to mine. I'm sure you won't win, but you can try. Cartographers. All right, I guess we'll do that. Cartographers, here we go. We are going to play solo. No other options on. And I do need to start the live stream up, so give me just a second on that. All right, here we go. Cartographers, go to the game. All right, so we earn 1 reputation star for each empty space around on all 4 sides by the edge of the map or other spaces. We also need 3 reputation star for each cluster of village space that is adjacent to 3 or more different terrain types. 3 reputation stars for each mountain space connected to another mountain space by a cluster of 4 spaces. And 1 reputation star for each water space adjacent to a ruin, and 3 reputation stars for each farm space. These two do not work together at all because you're trying to connect the mountain to the other mountain through forest, and this is all about putting farmland and water down. So, okay. So we are starting off. We get a wild shape to start off with, really. Each water space adjacent to a ruin. Each farm space on a ruin. Let's go with the farm space on a ruin. So we'll make a farm space right on that ruin. Boom, boom, boom. I know that won't score us for a little while, but now we need another ruin, and this time we're going to put down either a forest. Let's put down the forest because now we've got the 2 mountains connected through the forest. Cha-ching. That. Another forest space. That should connect these two as well. Okay, let's take this, put it on the ruin. That should get us some more points. We're going to have 0 points for this. Well, no, we should have 1 point, but that's not a lot of points. And then this is 3 reputation star for each cluster of village space that is adjacent to 3 or more different terrain types. Wow, that is extremely hard to do. Extremely hard to do. And then these water will be water space adjacent to a ruin. Like literally I can get 1. Jesus. Not a lot of scoring opportunities in this one. Put it there, we can get the money from the mountain at least, so we ended up scoring a grand total of 1 point for this, 2 points for this. I don't even know how we scored 2 points for that, to be honest. No, we got 2 points for the 2 coins. That's what we got. So we scored 1 point, 1 victory point. Yeah, I knew this was going to be a rough one. I knew it was going to be a rough one. All right. We're going to go with the forest, connecting more of the mountains together. We should score these last couple pretty good, so hopefully that'll make up for getting 0 points or 1 point to start the game. Might as well get a coin here. We will score this again, so having isolated blocks like that are actually probably okay. And we get the coin from this, so that helps. We need to cover up a thing, huh? We have 1 place, 1 temple left, so that's fine, I guess. More water. Last phase already, huh? I'm going to take this one, rotate it, put it right there, because that'll keep 2 singles by themselves. Plus we get the coin for having that surrounded. That seems like a pretty good go. So we got 15 from Stone Slide Forest. Gain 3 reputation star for each cluster of village spaces adjacent to 3 or more different terrain types. I have no idea how that's even getting us 15 points. We have 6 coins. No monsters, so we got a total of 21. Okay, now we should score pretty good with C and D now. Okay. Depending on if any monsters come out. Let's do a yeah, that's not going to score again, so I don't see the need for that. Guess we'll go with the forest then. We put the forest here, that isolates another block. So that's another point. Oh, here comes the monsters, and we got double monster attack. Lovely. We'll take the coin, put that in there. Okay, I'll actually take this. Rotate that like that. That was just 2 more single areas, plus a coin. Let's go ahead and just grab that. Last draw, well, perfectly done. So we can fit that right there. Get the coin from the mountain, also block the monster attack. That should be a pretty good score there. So 15, 10, 10 in coins, minus 4 for the monsters is a total of 31. That's a little better. Okay. Guess like that's about the only spot it's going to fit. Another monster attack, but that monster fit in there perfectly, so they're going to be doing no damage. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 we need to worry about. Okay, I guess we'll do something like that. At least we get a point for that one. Last draw phase, we get a single. Let's go there. That's fine. Let's see how we did. So we scored 2. So we actually won the game because you have to get certain score based on your cards are given, and we needed to have at least 79. We ended up with 81. Nice. All right, let's go again, people. All right, what do we got this time? So we got water space adjacent to a farm and 1 farm adjacent to water. So water and farm working together. Each forest space adjacent to the edge of the map. 3 reputation stars for each cluster village spaces adjacent to 3 or more different. Oh God, again. And 3 reputation stars for each space along one edge of the largest square of filled spaces. Okay. Water next to farm. Let's put that right there. More farm. Okay. coin. There we go. Water. Water, water. Damn. Guess we'll put that in like that. More water. Lovely. Last draw phase. We don't have any forest adjacent to the edge yet. Not a single one. We can put at least 2 next. We can put at least 3 adjacent to the edge by doing that. Yeah, that's fine. So we got 13 for the Canal Lakes and 3 for Central Woods, 1 in coin. We ended up having 14 instead of 1, so that's better. All right, so we need these guys here need to be adjacent. Oh, that would have been great if I would have. We're going to go like this. Like that. So that should get us some points there. Monster attack. One, two. That's only a -3. I'm not going to worry about it. If I can put some water next to. Okay. Let's go with tree against the edge. Might as well do that. Ooh, tree against the edge again. Oh, but it's got to go on a ruin. So the tree. All right, let's rotate like that so we can maybe try to get that coin. Last draw phase. Let's see if we can get some trees along the edge. All right, what do we end up with? 7 sentinel wood. 3 for that, 4 coins, -1 for the monster, 13 total. No. I'm not a big fan of these. If I put this right there, I'm going to put that like that, and maybe we can build up this corner. Trees are not going to score anymore, so I don't care. I'll take. Oh no, we don't get the coin yet. Damn it. Not exactly what I wanted. Damn it. 6, 12, 6. 24 points. Our last hope. Obi-Wan, you are our last hope. Put that there. I'm going to need a couple singles. Yeah, too many gaps. We need some singles. Damn. That actually fits right there. Like if we could get a couple singles and fill in these spots, we could have a huge monster score. Nope, not this time. But we ended up scoring 2 again. We needed 94, we scored 96 points. So we're just barely over what we need. Wow, that is too funny. That is too funny. We're going to play one more time because I feel like I could do better than 2. Like, yes, you should be able to do better than 2, right? All right, what do we got here? Each reputation star for each row and column with at least 4 spaces. With at least 1 4 space. Okay. 2 reputation star for each water space adjacent to a mountain. Or farm adjacent to a mountain. So we want water and farm next to mountains. Cluster villages that are adjacent to 3 or more different terrain types. That's terrible. And for each completed row. Okay, well. What was this one? 1 4 space. Each farm space adjacent to a mountain. Farm space adjacent to a mountain. Water space adjacent to a mountain. Yeah, so let's go with... Put that there. It's actually 2 of the spaces that are adjacent to mountains. Okay, each row and column with a forest space in it. And we got to make like full rows and columns, so we can't have any empty spaces. All right. Water space adjacent to the mountain, sure. Stupid attack. So what did we end up getting? 20 points? Okay. And we'll cover up that. Having these columns and rows is, oh, nice. Let's go with 4s there. Fit that in there nicely. This will actually fit in here nicely. We get a solo, then we would actually have a couple maybe. Damn. Yeah, we're scoring the water against the adjacent to the mountain still. So last draw phase. A 13 for the Mage Valleys, 3 for the green gold plains, 5 coins, -3 for monsters, only 18 total. Damn. Alright, so we're doing cluster villages adjacent to 3 or more, and then 6 reputation star for each completed row or column. Like a 4-piece would be awesome. Give me a 4-piece. Ah, look at that, a 4-piece. So that's actually going to fill us 2 rows up. Ooh, I can't actually fit that there. I'm surprised. Okay. Another attack. Golly. And now we got to put it on a temple. And let's go with this. We either can put it here or here. Sure, I guess we'll go there. 2 and a 3. Six for green gold plains, 12 for borders, 7 coins, -11 monsters. That killed us. It was 14 points. Wow. Can we fit this in here? That fits pretty good there. We have the, Well, we need a couple singles would be awesome for us. They're not going to frickin' give us any singles now, are they? Oof. Oh, I guess it will fit like that, though, won't it? What do we got? Damn, so cool. Well, at least it'll block some of the monster attack. Ending the season. Ugh, that's not good. Hey, our solo rating is 3. We went from 2 to 2 to 3. We're pretty consistent, I would say. I would say we're very consistent. That is Cartographers. Awesome game you can play, obviously, on Board Game Arena, or you can play it at home, and you can follow along, and you can play with one person, you can play with 100 people, whatever you want to play with. Doesn't matter. It's awesome. Great game. Thanks so much for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.